never thought winning the lottery would cause problems with my family. Earlier this year, I won about £4 million through the lotto. Yeah, $4 million. It was completely life-changing. The first thing I did was slow down and think carefully about what to do with the money. Instead of spending it immediately, I invested most of it into several index funds. My goal was simple: make sure the money would last. At the time, I was 19 years old. About a week after winning, I decided to tell my parents. We've always had a good relationship, so I wanted to share the news with them. And at first, everything was great. They were excited. I was excited. My parents began talking about all the things they wanted to do. Honestly, it felt like one of those moments you dream about. But then the conversation started to shift. My parents began talking about all the things they wanted to do. They talked about retiring early, taking expensive holidays, buying a new car, getting a boat, traveling around the world. At first, I thought they were just imagining possibilities. You know, the kind of things anyone would talk about after hearing someone had won millions. Then I asked them a question. How much of the money do you think you'll get? Without even thinking about it, they looked at me and said one word. Half. Half. They expected £2 million. I just sat there trying to process what I'd heard. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that if I gave them half, I'd still have £2 million left. That's still an incredible amount of money. But I couldn't understand why they felt entitled to it. This wasn't inherited money. It wasn't a family business. It wasn't something we built together. I bought the ticket. I won the lottery. And the more I thought about it, the stranger their expectation felt. The thing is, I was never planning to keep all the money for myself. My parents already have their own savings. Their mortgage is fully paid off. And because they've always supported me, I wanted to do something significant for them. So I came up with what I thought was a very generous gift. £750,000. Enough to change someone's life. Enough to retire earlier if they wanted. Enough to travel, invest, or do whatever they wanted. Honestly, I thought they'd be thrilled. Instead, they got angry. They said I was being selfish. They argued that I was refusing to share my good fortune with the people who raised me. What started as a celebration quickly turned into an argument. And before long, I found myself questioning whether I was the unreasonable one. On one hand, they're my parents. I love them, and we've always had a good relationship. But on the other hand, £750,000 already feels incredibly generous, especially considering they're financially secure. So now I'm stuck wondering, was I wrong for refusing to give my parents half of my lottery winnings? And what would you do if you were in my position?